Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can you hear me at the jail?
I believe we got you now.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes.
All right, sir, are you Matthew Scott Flores?
Yes,
Okay. You are charged with a Class H felony, flee to elude arrest with a motor vehicle, and driving while impaired. I want you to understand that the Class H felony does have a maximum punishment of 39 months in prison in the state of North Carolina. Do you understand that, sir? Mr. Flores, do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You are also being held on a fugitive warrant from Florida, where I understand there are charges for second-degree murder, possession of a firearm by a felon, and discharging a firearm in public. And so we are waiting on Florida to send a governor's warrant for your extradition. Do you understand that, sir?
Yeah, but you said what? I'm sorry, there's some bomb and shooting the bomb and public.
Right. Indicated on your fugitive warrant are charges in Florida for second-degree murder, possession of a firearm by a felon, and discharging a firearm in public. So.
And what county is this for? What's this out of?
Hardee County in Florida.
Hardee County, Florida.
Yes, sir. All right. So next.
County and. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right. I'm advising you not to say anything about your cases or the circumstances. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You are entitled to have court-appointed counsel if you can't afford to hire an attorney. You could also represent yourself, and you are entitled to counsel on the fugitive warrant if you would like to have counsel advise you of this process. Are you asking for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes, at the time, yes, I haven't. So I haven't had no phone calls or nothing. I haven't had a chance to make a call or nothing yet. Now I got a phone in my room. I'm on suicide watch. I can't. So yes, I would have to have some type of communication.
Okay. All right. I will appoint the public defender to represent you on these charges and on the fugitive warrant. You are entitled to a probable cause hearing on the charges for North Carolina. And if you do not waive extradition, then we can have a review date while waiting on the governor's warrant. Mr. Survey?
February 22nd.
All right, February 22nd will be your next court date. The other thing that I do at your first appearance is review the bonds that are set for matters. And it appears you have a $600,000 bond at the fugitive warrant. And in considering the circumstances of fleeing to elude arrest, driving while impaired, and the second-degree murder out of Florida, I believe it necessary for the safety of the community and to assure your appearance in court that your bond be increased to $2 million. That is a secured bond.
That's so $2 million for here or for Florida?
That is set on the fugitive warrant. I'm going to leave the bond in place that is set on the North Carolina charges.
So for my fugitive warrant, what is it? $2,600,000?
It's $2 million. I'm changing the $600,000 to $2 million. Okay. So Mr. Flores, I'm going to advise you to speak to your counsel. Now that I've appointed an attorney, they can answer your specific questions. Okay.
Oh, I'll just like if I can get on the phone right now and bond down on a $2 million bond, I can go.
I am going to order that you not leave the state of North Carolina. Do you have a place to stay in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to make that a cash bond. Yes. So each one is now a cash bond instead of.
I asked the question, if I could bond out on $2 million, then you make it a cash bond? It's like a purge bond. It's not, I mean, it was just a secure bond. Now it's cash.
Right. Well, you indicated that you are going to be able to make that bond, and it's my impression that you intend to leave the state. I do not believe that you have any intention of staying in the state.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I was just understanding. So it's just a $2 million is what it would take to bond me out. Look, I don't have $2 million for this. So if I had $2 million, I would, you know, my lawyer would be in the judge's chambers with you as soon as I got arrested. It's not something.
All right. So that is the bond modification at your first appearance, Mr. Flores. You do have counsel. They can make a motion to modify your bond. And if there are assurances to the court that you would not leave the state and that you would appear, it could be adjusted again. Okay? But for now, that is going to be the bond.
I just wanted to you know, be on the court that, yes, I had Florida, you know what I mean, and I knew I violated my North Carolina parole, and that's why I'm in North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina because I was initially came to North Carolina to turn myself in on the parole minimum. So, I mean, it's no running. It's just that I got back on meth when I got here with a girl, and that's my problem. I need to go to rehab. I have a mental offender problem. That's my poison. Because you could ask even your
right. So, Mr. Flores, I'm going to advise you again to not talk about the details of your circumstances. Talk to your attorney first. Okay? All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, that's the only one I've got. Mr. Rogers said he's coming over here in just a few.
All right. Could you let Mr. Rogers know that I did appoint the public defender in Mr. Gowan's case?
I would.
And the probable cause hearing in that matter is February 22nd. And once Mr. Gowan is in a fit condition to understand the first appearance, please ask Mr. Rogers or someone from that office to advise him of his rights, okay?
I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.